Hey, it's Ashley. Welcome back to my channel. Today we have some more December daily process videos for you. I'm going to be working on December 5th and 6th. There's a little bit of a peek of December 4 that I did about the spelling bee at our school. I don't have a process video for that one. Unfortunately, I just sat down and did it one day. But we are going to talk about December 5th, which was Krampus Day, and t-shirts that my kiddos got from some friends that are like family. This is going to be an example that December Daily does not have to be complicated or super ornate or over the top. Today, it's just going to be a page protector with 4 3x4s. Two of them are going to be pictures. One is going to be like a little title card for the date, and then I'm going to put journaling down on the journal card there. I do spend most of the time for this page going through embellishments to kind of anchor the date on. I go through a bunch of different things from my Cocoa Daisy kit for the month, and I knew that I was going to use something from those stickers, so I trimmed out the stickers and placed them to see how they would look before I stuck them down. All of my December daily stuff lives in kind of a box together, so I felt okay doing that where I can cut it out, and if I'm not going to use it, I'm just going to put it with the rest of my remaining die cuts and things like that. So a lot of this was just figuring out how I was putting down embellishments and that sort of thing. I'm going to use these black stickers to spell out Krampusnacht, which is for Krampus. If you aren't familiar, Krampus is a Yule tale sort of thing about, it's like a folk tale about a beast that comes and punishes naughty children, in contrast to St. Nicholas, who rewards good children. And the kids just love this mythical kind of figure folk tale. And one of our friends got him a shirt that says Krampus on it. And then because my daughter likes cats, they got her a Yule Cat shirt. And Yule Cat is also another kind of Christmassy folk tale that is based from Icelandic folklore, and it's a huge, like really mean cat that is said to lurk the countrysides around Christmas time and eats people that don't wear their new clothing on Christmas Eve. So, it's like most folk tales, it is a little silly when we translate it to modern day, but it is kind of teaching your kids, you need to wear your nice clothes on Christmas, not dirty, gross stuff, or, listen to your parents and wear the things that they want you to wear, your nice things, and stay looking nice. But the shirts came in time for Krampus Day, which is, or Krampus Night, which is what Krampusnacht translates to, but it's the eve to St. Nicholas Day. And on St. Nicholas Day, the good children receive their treats. And the night before that, Krampus comes and snatches up the children and punishes the naughty children. So a little folklore, a little fun. But that's what we ended up with. I love that little meme that says, "Not even Krampus is a match for the Yule cat," and it has a little cat holding a Krampus doll. For December 6th, we had a school dance. It was my kids' first school dance. You'll see here off to the side I have a couple options for kind of a title card. This is going to be another really simple page. It's a little bit more complex than the last one, but we're going to have kind of like a title card and a journal card. There were more pictures from that night that I wanted to include, so I'm going to end up making a flip out for some of the photos. When I had originally planned out this page, just like for day 5, I was going for quick and just a photo or two to complement the storytelling, but really to tell the full story of their experience. I needed just a couple extra photos and a space to tell the bigger story. We ended up calling this night the Night of the Four Waltzes. Not only did the kids have a fun time singing and dancing with their friends, but my son also asked a couple female classmates to dance during some of the slower dances, and it was a good time of courage and bravery on his part to ask. And it also reflects like the greater environment of our school community, that some kids could dance together as a slower dance without it meaning anything other than we are classmates that like to dance. So it was a really special night and a really fun night for them, and I wanted to capture that in the photos. So we are going to tackle putting together this flip out. So I'm going to adhere it to the front of the pocket instead of wrapping it around. That way the adhesive is kind of on the top, and then the photos, it'll get sandwiched between the two photos, but the adhesive's going to attach to that front picture. The adhesive from the tape is going to attach to that front paper. I'm using a craft tape. It isn't washy per se. It's not like a thin paper tape. It is thicker, and the adhesive is more tacky, and it's not as repositionable as typical washi tapes. So I want to get everything kind of situated first in the pockets. That way nothing is accidentally taped. I don't ruin any journal cards. I do end up accidentally hitting part of the tape on one of the outside photos, but we correct that here really quickly. I do take a little bit of extra time to kind of position and line up those two, the 3x4 picture and the 3x4 journaling card, and because the what are the words I'm looking for? The bottom two pockets, they're separated, so the seam between the 3x4s makes the bottom a little bit wider than 4x6, and I didn't want too much of a gap on the right hand side. That's what I'm trying to say. My brain. So you see a lot of lining up here throughout the video before I stick things down, because I don't want to make a mistake. There's where I accidentally get the tape onto the photo. I will be covering that up eventually, but it also shows you kind of how sticky that tape is as opposed to a regular washi. So we're going to lay it down on the front. It's going to come over just a little bit, not beyond the true edge, so that, like I said, there's not too much of a gap when I'm laying the 4x6 on top. I went with Oh What Fun on the front of that picture, just because they had a blast. My daughter especially was flouncing and twirling around. She got all fancy in her really nice poofy dress, and her friends were wearing, really nice poofy dresses as well. And I just loved that she paired it with her high top sneakers and her flannel. And it's so fun seeing their personalities come out during an event like this. So here we are, laying things out. I'm going to finally attach the photo first. It has a little bit of extra adhesive on there. That way it will stick to the 4x6 eventually. Oh my goodness. I didn't realize that it took me so many tries here. But I'm definitely a measure twice, cut once kind of gal. And I did add adhesive there to the edge so that the tape would, the non-sticky side of that tape will attach to the 4x6. And then I'm going to lay the 3x4 on top and then add the journaling card. You have eyes. You can see. This is part of the reason why I'm behind on videos. I never know what to say in a voiceover. Feedback, leave it in the comments below. Do you like every little thing spelled out for you? Do you like more storytelling? Do you prefer music? Let me know in the comments. But I am going to attach still photos at the end of this video that show what everything looks like once all the pieces are on. I do add the number and a little label to that pink card. I don't know where the footage is that shows me doing that, but you'll see it up close to that. As always, hit like and or subscribe if you have received any value or creative inspiration or just enjoy my videos. Here are a couple close-ups, and thanks for being here, and I'll see you next time. Bye!